Hello, the finance students. This video clip will be reviewing the future value compounded in a year. This case and the second case and third case are a little bit different. The first case we are covering the compounding, the effect in quarterly and comparing with the annual rate with 10 years investment. Okay, the first case, if your $1,000 investment earns 10% a year, what is the future value of the investment with annual compounding for 10 years? It's very simple, because that's what we the practiced. So just the 10%, and then the number of period, 10 years, no payment during this investment period. And then what is the present value? Right? We have to put $1,000. Why? You have to always think of starting from who you are. If you are an investor, the present value means you invest the money out. When you invest somewhere, and then we assume that the money out. And then the future value is what we want to know. So just the future value, open the parenthesis, and then we click and click and click. Then $2,593.74 is the $1,000 invested the 10 years ago. So 10% compounded for 10 times. Now, we have different case to compare the future value, 2,593. The quarterly compounding for 10 years. In this case, we have to divide this 10% by 4, because quarterly compound means 10% divided by 4, so 2.5% quarterly rate is now compounded 4 times a year. Then what would happen? The number of period is not a year. Number of period, literally saying number of periods. So how many number of periods now do we have? So 10 years times 10 years times 4. So 40 is the number of a period now. And then the payment no, and investment today, cash out. So the future value is going to be 2.5% rate with 40 years, the number of a period, no payment, and then investment, $1,000. So you may notice this two number. Why does it happen? Because the more compounding, it makes more interest. Interest earned interest. That is the concept of the time value of money. Interest earned or interest combined with the principal. Now this new principal create new interest. This new interest combined with this new principal. So that new principal is including the principal plus the interest on the interest on the interest on the interest. Okay? That's why more compounding makes more profit and the future value is greater. Next question is, you decide to borrow $250,000 to build a new home. The bank charges an interest, the annual interest rate of 8% with monthly compounding. What does that mean? That means that if you are borrower, you have to pay every month. So maybe the question can ask a little bit in other way. In other words, what amount is the payment every month? Okay, you pay back the loan over 30 years. What will your monthly payments now like this? So rounded to the nearest dollar. So what do you think? Do we put just 8%? No, we have to put 8% divided by now 12. So the monthly rate is now 0.67%. That percentage of monthly rate should be compounded for 30 years? No, because again, the number of period is not the number of years. Number of literally saying number of period. So 30 times 12. We need 30 times 12. So total number of period for 30 years now 360 times. And then payment is what we want to know. And the present value is you decide to borrow. So money in $250,000 cash in. And then you will pay back this payment. So this payment will be shown in negative number. So the future value at the end of the day, we don't owe any amount of money because every month we pay certain amount of payment. So the payment function and the rate, monthly rate, and 360, and skipping the objective, the present value, and the future value. Then we're done. Oh, the monthly payment, if the monthly payment paid every end of the month, then we put the type 1. If we pay the payment beginning of the month, then it will be changed a little bit. Okay, we pay more because we pay more amount. So more amount here. And then number 3, the question number 3 is the comparing between the annual percentage yield and the effective annual rate. So first, the annual percentage yield is ignoring the compounding process, the monthly compounding process, but the effective annual rate is considering the compounding process. So this the annual percentage yield, we put just 9.99%, and the MPR just 1 year, and then payment, no payment, and then the present value, if we put $100 today, and then the future value is going to be what? Okay, future value 9.991, 9%, 1, and 0, and minus 100. So definitely the future value, $100 principal, $100 plus $9.99. Then what about the effective annual rate? We practiced earlier here, exactly the same way. The monthly rate, now we have to divide this 999% by 12. And then number of period is now 12. And then payment is 0. But at the end of the day, we will calculate the effective annual rate to compare this, the annual percentage yield, the 9.99%. And the payment is $100, and the future value is what you want to know. And comma, comma, comma. Then we got $110.4604. Now, let's calculate the interest rate. So 110.4604 is the outcome. What is the input? $100. We want to get rid of a minus sign. And then we get 110.46%, but that is including the principal. We have to subtract 100%. 100% or minus 1, doesn't matter. Then 10.46 is actual, the effective annual rate. You can compare between two. 9.99. So actually when you borrow some amount, we pay 10% 46 if you pay the monthly payment compounded by this monthly rate. But usually the lender shows APY, as we discussed in in class. So you have to be skeptical. Oh, is that really right? The correct, the interest rate for which I have to pay every month? No, actually, for 1 year we pay 10.46% of effective annual rate compounded by month, 12 months. Okay, this is it. See you the next video clip. Bye bye.